This is like nothing we've ever seen before. Hey there, over the last few weeks we've been travelling through Outback South Australia, from the otherworldly landscapes around Coober Pedy, both above and below the ground, to some challenging driving on our way to Oodnadatta, and then the vast open desert around the Oodnadatta track. In this episode we travel to a place we'd never heard of, and I think it's safe to say we were completely blown away. The mountains, the rugged ridgelines, and the most incredible 4x4 outback track we've ever been on. Welcome to Arkaroola. This is what the van looks like when we're all prepared to go completely off-grid for a couple of days. We've been shopping. All the shopping's lying up on the bed because it's always a bit of Tetris getting everything put away. We've got washing, drying, hanging all over the van, also in the shower, essentials, a box of beer, there's a couple of bottles of wine in the wine rack. I'm making us some coffee for the road.
I've just let the tyres down. We've got 126 kilometres of dirt road to Arkaroola. Coffee served. Thank you very much. Happy days.
Time to hit the dirt again. We are at Iktaloe Gap, and this place is probably most famous, and I'd had no idea about this, as this was the birthplace of R.M. Williams boots. So this is where the legendary bushman R.M. Williams fashioned the first pair of elastic-sided boots. Bet you didn't know that. We're here in Arkaroola, and they have a little family apparently of Yellow Footed Rock Wallabies that come over to the campsite every evening.
Wallabies! I've got one wallaby down here.
Old mate's calling the wallabies. The wallabies were so camouflaged. At first there was just one, but eventually a whole bunch of them turned up.
Hey, little guy. Yeah, cool. Oh, he's at the top, look. Is it? He's like the king of the council, he is. I've got the snuffles, so I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself, but the first pizza's in the oven, just about ready. It's the garlic pizza, and then Susie's got the potato pizza with spring onion, yumbo, and then we're going to have a third one with the works.
So I'm getting in trouble here because I forgot the polenta. How's it going to go, Nigel?
Well, it could end up a bit of a gong show, but...
That's looking alright, mate.
Oh, look at that. It came off, no worries at all.
Slide him onto the stone.
Hey.
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 Morning, guys. It's another day at Arkaroola. We've gotten up pretty early this morning. We had a 6 o'clock alarm. We're doing a tour today. It's called the Ridgetop Tour. It's in an open top 4-wheel drive. So we're definitely putting all the undergarments on and getting rugged up. How you going there, Nige?
Yeah, undergarments are on. near the overgarments are coming on.
Oh God. Several different layers. We're preparing some snacks. It's like a 4.5 hour tour, so we're not sure if they provide food and drinks, like a morning tea or anything on there.
Oh, coffee, really.
I'm a bit more worried about whether there are going to be toilets, to be fair. But these are the cool trucks they've got.
Which one was it, mate? This side? Yes, driver's side, mate. Driver's side.
Alright, so we are on the trail. So we're saying farewell to the van. Bye, van. For the morning. Going to get a bit of a backwards video today, friends.
Alright, so...
The Arkaroola Wilderness Sanctuary is privately owned and is some of the most rugged country on the planet. The only way to really experience this place is on the guided 4x4 Ridgetop tour. The tour travels along private roads with hair-raising and bar-gripping ascents. We learned about the 1,600 million-year-old geology of the region and more recent history of an American company prospecting for uranium. They didn't find any here, but they left these bush tracks for modern-day tourists to enjoy. Our guides gave us a great rundown of the history and geology of the area, and we stopped at several lookouts on the way. We have arrived at Coulthard's Lookout. I'm kind of speechless. I'll just show you.
That is steep. Down the other side. You're pushing it.
I'm holding on. Look at that.
There's this road. Good job. It's exciting, isn't it, Sue?
Don't drop your phone, Nige. Yeah.
Let's get a little glimpse of it.
Oh my gosh, that drive has just been intense. And look at where we are. This is like nothing we've ever seen before. Then we negotiated the last really steep track to Silla's Lookout.
Oh, going right there. There we go. Oh wow. There's that.
We got out and Macca moved our vehicle into position, and then we watched the other vehicle come up the hill. Alright, so we're at the top. This is called Silla's Lookout. It's like this, I literally don't have words. It's just incredible. Not only do we get an awesome tour, but we also get morning tea. A cup of tea and a lamington.
Lamington.
After a nice cup of tea, which I needed after that steep drive, we headed back down. Can you believe we drove up that? The drive down was no less spectacular. Well, that's it, we're back. Macca, our driver, has done an absolutely sterling job getting us over those tracks. How do you feel about driving them, Nige?
No worries in the Landy.
Yeah.
Land Cruiser.
I know, thankfully we had a good Land Cruiser, good driver.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was really good. Definitely well worth it, and we would highly recommend. We've moved to a different camp spot now. We're right at the very beginning of the trail coming from the village. It's quite a nice little spot here. Someone else had it yesterday and we were eyeing it off. Anyway, so this is where we're at now. And if we didn't have enough adventure this morning on the four-wheel drive tour, we're now going for a nice big hike this afternoon. The trail we walked this afternoon was the 8-kilometre loop called the Mawson-Sprigina Trail. To be honest, apart from a couple of rock formations, it wasn't that spectacular. Or maybe we were just a bit jaded after the amazing scenery we'd seen that morning. That's the rock we just walked all the way around.
Morning, guys. Oh man, it is cold this morning. There's a frost on the van. Frost on the breath. The heater's on. It's actually 6 degrees in the van. It's about as cold as we've had for quite some time. That's crazy. Look at the frost on the solar panels. Wow, almost white.
We've got our gorgeous little park up here. Today is our second full day here in Arkaroola, and we are going to walk the Acacia Ridge Walk today. So it's actually pretty cool because they give you a ride to the trailhead for free and then you get to walk back. I think it's about 5.5 kilometres. We go up along the ridge and hopefully we should get some really great views along there. So we're just about to jump on the bus here. We're going
back seat hoodlums.
We're the cool kids in the back of the bus.
Where's the esky?
Not going on the ridge top. Fruit tastes like a cross between peach and rhubarb.
Right, so old mate Doug's just dropped us off here at the trailhead for the Acacia Ridge walking trail, and now we're about to start the walk. So this is where we are. We started here at the village. We've been driven down here, Devil's Pass it's called, and we're going to walk up and around here back to the village. Doug just introduced us to this bush here, commonly known as the Queen Victoria bush. Looks quite elegant but prickly. If you notice, in between each leaf there's a spike.
Nasty.
I know, look at those spikes. Just ready to spear us on the trail.
Elegant yet prickly.
That's the old Arkaroola station, the old homestead. The important thing on this walk is to keep stopping and looking around, because it's quite loose underfoot. You can be mistaken for constantly looking down, but views, they're just getting better and better.
Snake time.
What was the word, Nigel?
Has to be majestical, doesn't it?
I think so.
These rock formations blow you away.
And these mountains were once the height of the Himalayas.
8,000 metres, and you just get an idea of the amount of erosion. People ask, were there any dinosaurs here? And the answer is yes, but there's no trace because all the fossilised matter was washed away.
And we're still going up. Apparently we're 1,000 feet up above the road. The guy was telling us when he drove us, but yeah, that's how far up we've come. We're going to stop here and have a quick muesli bar.
Really nice,
And now the hard part, heading down. So we're following this really old fence along. Ooh, sorry, I got to look down. Really not sure why this fence is here up on top of the ridge. I can't imagine that many animals would be able to get up here other than the little rock wallabies. And
every second star picket's got one or two rocks wide to it. I've never seen that before. It's weird. Give us a shout if you know what's going on there.
anyone a fencer? Here's another one.
Just saying a minute ago just how much steeper it is coming down.
Yeah, this is pretty tough coming down. It's very steep and very tough on the knees, very uneven and quite loose underfoot.
Back out onto the flat. Yeah, less than a kilometre to go.
It's been a great walk.
Almost bare o'clock.
Well, Nige, I reckon I'm giving that hike like 5 stars.
Yep.
Out of
definitely.
5.
Yep. 8 out of 10.
That'd be 4 stars.
No.
5 stars.
Yeah.
Bit of everything. Good views. Good, really good. Got the lungs and heart pumping in the first section. And there wasn't too much nasty steep down. Only a little bit. So there's a whole lot of rocks here called Arkaroola. And I guess it shows all the different rocks that are found around here.
Porphyry, hard rock that we trip over.
Signs missing.
Oh, so cool.
What's your light? Marble. Fossil limestone. Is that maybe a fossil?
Morning guys, as you can see another rather freezing morning this morning here at Arkaroola. Frost on the van. We've got the over here the heater cranking, and this will give you some idea how cold it is. Yeah, there's a nice crust there.
We're actually leaving Arkaroola today, but before we go, there's one more little area that we wanted to explore, and we decided to do this with the bikes. So Nigel's just heading out to get the bikes set up, and we're going to ride up this trail here to Bararana Gorge. And this is where the Jasper twins are. Well, despite it being freezing overnight, like literally, it's actually warmed up and it's quite a nice day today. It's going to be a really nice day for a ride. Banana around the board, here we go.
Well, we saw that track to the left and thought, yeah, that was nasty. But we can go exit, stage right even. Another 2 k's to go. Oh, that was a bit of a pinch. It's rather picturesque, isn't it? Oh, it was very down, there's an up. It was rather pinchy. Roughly?
I'll tell you in a second.
How nice is this?
Beautiful.
Wow.
That was worth coming this way for.
Yeah. Beautiful.
We've just got to Stubbs Waterhole and I thought this would be a really cool spot for Nigel to do a Nigel dive.
Well, A, there's no water in it. B, if there was, there's no swimming allowed in the waterhole anyway. But it's completely bone dry, even after all this rain. But it doesn't take away the stunning view, yes. Rock formation, isn't it?
Look at that.
Beautiful.
We're just discussing how this reminds us of the Pilbara and in particular Calgum Pool. What do you guys think?
Well, sadly there's no loop after all, so legging it back the way we came, which means up and over again. Whew.
So now this is really reminding me of the Pilbara and in particular the ride we did out to the 3 pools where we had to push our bikes up lots of these big hills. Nigel actually rode up this one, but I'm nowhere near fit enough right now. But I'm glad we rode out here and I'm really glad we went to Stubbs Waterhole. We were there, a guy was telling us he was there in last March and it was full of water.
Bloody hell, that was brutal. I always forget that you go down because you got to come back up. Here's Susie. Go down and give her a hand.
It's pretty awesome when he comes and grabs my bike and I'm puffing it up a hill. Thank you, Nigel.
Always a welcome sight.
It's not quite hugging the van status.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to my coffee.
So as always, when we get back for a ride, first thing we have to do is make coffee. I get to make the coffee while Nigel puts the bikes away. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you won't miss our next episode when we deal with all the aftermath of this outback driving. A stripped fan belt, a blown out tyre, and we finally get to the bottom of a weird grinding noise we've been hearing. Thanks for watching. See you next time.